Welcome, everybody, to the Slab Lounge. So, I wonder where to start off. Well, I mean, seeing as how, Robert, you were talking about Clavicle in Denlo Crazy, might as well bring him up. Dude's been, like, he got arrested for a number of reasons, and had a crash out, kind of, with this interviewer, because, like, the interviewer was like done asking about Looksmaxing, and when he started moving on, Clavicular was like, "You got no other questions for Looksmaxing? Seriously? Then I'm done with this interview." I mean, dude, you got arrested for Okay, so let me break down for those who don't know what he got arrested for. So one, he's alleged to have insinuated a fight between his girlfriend and like this TikTok star, or it could have been because it's still mainly, I think it's still mainly under wraps as to what he exactly the charges are, or for shooting that alleged dead alligator, or shooting at drones with actual guns. So what does this mean? Well, he doesn't even have a license to carry a firearm, so that's a charge. So, Doug, how serious are these charges? Well, for starters, Florida cares about its alligators, and apparently that is definitely they're trying to make that go federal, and seeing as how it was literally all live streamed, they don't have it's pretty much a slam dunk win. Same goes with shooting at drones, apparently. I didn't know that was a federal offense. But then again, that kind of makes sense if you think about it. If you're shooting at a drone that's high up, the bullet will lose its speed if you miss, and it could hit someone. Oh, Doug, that's so...
Yeah, it's a billion.
Yeah, it's... No, like, and if you think that, bullets that fire in the air don't come down and hit people, you're actually dead wrong. Mythbusters did say, well, this myth is debunked, except they actually went to a clinic where they're like, no, this isn't a myth, this is a real thing. We've actually had fatalities from this, and the doctors showed the proof. They just didn't reveal who the victims were.
You don't really even need that.
Well,
It's just it's common sense. It's like you're shooting anything. It's just like if you throw a ball up in the air, right?
yeah.
Baseball. It's gonna come down. So you shoot this thing on there, unless it fucking breaks Earth's atmosphere and just float up in space, that's just gonna come down somewhere. And then the fact is like when it comes down, it's gonna be accelerated by gravity on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Just like where everyone had that curiosity of, I mean, wasn't there a case where the person got charged because he killed someone because he dropped a penny off of the Empire State Building? That's why they have a sign that you can't drop pennies off the.
Yeah, I think I was gonna bring that up too. I think so. Yeah, someone actually did get charged for that. Because
Yeah, so it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, for those who don't know, if you ever go to the Empire State Building, which you totally should. I went there as a kid.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes, it's fucking awesome.
That and Sears Tower in Chicago. If you're going to Chicago, Sears Tower.
You can actually go onto like the upper levels of the Empire State, I think the roof, and they'll actually have like signs and barriers saying don't drop pennies don't drop pennies off the Empire State Building because it will kill someone. And like someone was charged because some idiot did exactly that. Anyway, so that's why I could see like there are federal charges for shooting at drones. And all of these charges, well, most of these charges are felony charges, and because he live streamed them like a fucking idiot, it's not like it's not like they did to go hunt for the evidence. The government can literally tell Twitch, "Hey, give us that footage," because Twitch does, Twitch, Kick, whichever streaming platform he was on at the time, they
can get subpoena.
Yeah.
They can get subpoena for the records over.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, even with this stuff on there, because he's white, normally these felonies won't go that far, in most cases, compared to like black or people of color. But a lawyer could easily, like the prosecutor could easily say like, he has a pattern. Like, look at all these other felonies he's doing. It's not just like one-off. This guy is a menace. And then they can easily add on to normal jail time. So, like, say if this was like a fine or was like only 1 2 years, you'd be like, this is a pattern, and he's ramping up. So we request 5 to 6 years.
It's not just that.
Or
This isn't his. He still has charges pending, even before the assault thing. Because a while ago, he did get arrested for rocking a fake ID, which in and of itself, depending on the situation, can be a felony too. And I think they found drugs on him, but that's par for the course. Dude brags about doing meth like a motherfucker, and I'm like, dude, he does
right,
he does meth, he does steroids, he smashes his face with a fucking bone hammer. I mean, like this guy's like much.
and you know what? I'm just surprised that hasn't he like because he's done this before and he's been brought on charges. Hasn't he been put on probation? If you're on probation, you doing this stuff is automatic jail, like not even trial.
I don't think he's on probation yet because then he would have had a verdict, and he's and the I don't think he went. I don't think he got sentenced for the fake ID thing yet. So
No,
that's still pending.
it's still open.
Yeah, it's still open. So it is still
He
open.
needs to
Okay.
fucking get sentenced on one of this shit, get on probation, so that will get us out of our lives because most of his stuff he does for View is obviously felonies and shit. So if he's on probation, he does this shit once, he's gone. Like
Well,
that's helping everyone else.
he's like the last effigies of the fucking manosphere. Like between Tate and Sneeko's public feud, there's no other. I mean, oh, Doug, there's Byron. He got called out hard when he tried to get his girlfriend to be okay with a three-way and that one Netflix documentary when they explored the manosphere. I didn't watch it, mind you, because I had better things to do with my time than watch a fucking manosphere documentary, though I heard about it. And I heard that documentary is actually pretty okay because the documentarian in question is no stranger to doing controversial shit. So, and by controversial, I mean he goes after, white people fairly a lot, apparently. 'Cause,
Wait, going after white people is controversial now?
well, like for instance, he went after the West Baptist Church. That was one of his targets. Another one of his targets was actual like Nazi racists. And that's what I mean by controversial. Controversial to them, mostly to the right. So there's that. I mean, he does go after the left. He did a documentary on the Tiger King, apparently. So I don't know the guy's name, but like that's some of his stuff, and he's really well known in that space. So take from that what you will. But like between the manosphere that is Tate's versus Sneeko, and Sneeko somehow coming out of it better than Tate, despite Sneeko literally washing his hands. So he washed his hands of the manosphere. Um, Byron or whatever the fuck that guy. He hates black people. That's all, and he loves Hitler despite the fact that he's black. Who cares? Um, he's just.
Oh, the guy from Florida? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Um,
He's out here
basically,
tap dancing, goon dancing.
yeah,
He didn't even manage to at least get a fucking position at HUD like Ben Carlson.
yeah, and you got Clavicular or Clavicle. I'm just gonna call him Clavicle. I'll call him Adel because he's just stupid. And the reason why he's so, if you actually listen to this kid and you're like, why does he act so shy? It's actually because he's kind of antisocial. He has no idea how to talk to other people. He is, in fact, an incel. He rates people because he just doesn't know how to talk to people. And well, yes, you can say, well, he's just a kid doing stupid shit. Um, he he just had his quote unquote Logan Paul suicide forced moment. The only thing is, Logan Paul technically didn't do anything illegal, other than other than recording a corpse. He Clavicular who doesn't have a gun license, used a gun on an alleged dead reptile, which is a protected species, and then shot at drones, which in and of itself is a federal offense. So I mean, you can say like the judge may go light on him, but keep in mind, Johnny Somali's still in prison. Vlad got out. I don't know how long he stayed in jail, but he did. Um, and yeah, Aiden Ross isn't saying shit. But then again, it's Aiden Ross. Why would you listen to that fucking moron? He has his only real friend is Sneeko, which in and of itself is stupid because Sneeko's a fucking idiot himself. Oh, Doug, so what? Do you hope that, like, Clavicular goes down? I mean, sorta, yeah. The fuck does he have the right to shoot at a fucking dead animal for? Alleged dead. I hope that animal was dead, because if he was shooting at a live gator, then I'd be even more pissed, because what the fuck did that animal do to him? Fuck you. But hey, it is what it is. Like, fuck Clavicular. He's not. Don't worry. It's not like his life is over unless unless his case goes federal, in which case, yeah, his life is fucked because once your case goes federal, that's a whole other can of worms rather than it being like a local thing. Am I wrong on this?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with the federal stuff on there, as long as Trump's still in the thing, he can beg and pay off for a pardon. I mean, right now it's worth to be
bigger things to worry about than throwing pardons around right now.
Yeah,
he does.
like Captain's got a point. Captain's got a point. He's got more important things to be thrown than throw pardons right now, especially with what's going down. I don't think Trump will pardon, but go ahead, Robert.
No, I'm just saying right now I'm watching the video of the TFC saying there's 30 members of Congress touring Scotland. Get those pictures. That's just like, it's hilarious.
I still think it was hilarious with Lindsey Graham and that bubble. The fuck was he? What's he gonna do with that bubble wand?
The
Stand up
bubble
his
wand.
ass? Like,
Supposedly, he was there with his niece.
yeah,
That's the whole supposed of why that wand's actually existing is his niece is there. Although to be fair, I was baffled in the very beginning because from certain angles of those photos, I thought he was fucking there with Christy No. So I was baffled because if you look at two of those photos, there's a bitch standing there. She may not be associated with him. There's a bitch standing there that clearly has her hair.
well, I mean,
You look at that hair coloring, you look at the way the hair is arranged, and then you look over there and you think about it, and you're like, Lindsay would hang with Christy No. And she does need a place to hide out right now. Did she go with him? And so, for the first beginning parts of that revealing, I kept waiting to hear like the reveal that that's fucking her with her back turned, standing next to him. But then later they're like, no, Lindsay went with his niece, which is why he had that one random thing. It's like, okay, so everybody just waited till the one moment his niece is out of frame and be like, take the picture, do it.
yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it is TMZ, so TMZ does do like the best to make sure that the celeb looks awful.
I mean, that'd be funny if they did a Golden Girls remake in Florida, but Lindsey Graham, Kirstie Nolan, and Pam Bondi is the one of bitch. Like, this out here.
Well, Pat Bondi and Noam, they're not in their 60s, or they're not 100. Like, you'd be better
They're
off
not, but
I
I'm
mean,
just saying
that
to
we
be funny.
know of.
that we know of.
That's a lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, they bathe in the
All I know,
that's why they look so young.
dude, if they give a reality show to these people on TLC, it's just trash and shit. People will watch that. It's horrible.
Yeah, well, okay, so on that note, because I know I didn't put this on the Slab Lounge notes, I did not know Alec Baldwin has his own reality TV show now. I mean, that dude's always
does?
been... yeah, it's on TLC. Dude's been super reclusive. Only reason why he's letting the whole reality shit happen now, it's because of what happened on Rust. Which, I mean, on one hand, it wasn't his fault. He didn't know that gun was actually loaded.
Well, yeah, especially on that. As much as people want to throw at him, it's like it's not his job to know it was loaded, to check if it was loaded. He's not the person in charge of it. He literally picked up a prop, expecting it to have a blank. And
Yeah.
although a blank can be damaging, for where he was, it would have been the damaging that it was. At worst, it would have been an injury type situation if it had went off even more. But it wouldn't have been death. And the fact that live rounds shouldn't have even been on the set to begin with, which had nothing to do with him, I kept wondering why every time the trial kept getting brought up, they kept trying to rope him back in. It's like, what the... He's not in charge of the bullets!
Right? No, it was the armorer. Yeah, definitely. Like, anyone, even the worst person I hated, if they're on the set and there's like, yeah, they're supposed to pick up this gun and shoot it, that's not his job to make sure that that thing is safe for other people. That's why you hire other people, an armorer, to make sure that's safe for everyone on set. I don't understand why they're bringing him up because, like, oh, he was here because he did this. Like, bro, who is his job to pick up the gun and fire it just because he was practicing with it? It shouldn't matter how he practiced with it because it should have been safe from the get-go.
Because if that's the case, then wouldn't we in history not be tragically sad about what happened to Brandon Lee on the set?
Bring that up too.
Because you'd indirectly be like, oh, that was just him?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't do both of that.
Yeah, true enough, dude. Hit the nail on the head with that. I mean, am I blaming Alec Baldwin for trying to save his image? Because I did see the interviews. Like, you know how you're in the share room in a reality TV show, and he's just talking. I'm sure. Yes,
he's not a great guy, but he doesn't deserve the hate he gets.
It looks like he doesn't give a shit anymore, you know? And I'm just like, I mean, look, I get it.
Well, to be fair, we've had years of hating on it. It's not just this. This isn't the first time.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, hating on his stuff that he did before was all in justifiable rounds. Like, he was just not a great guy. He was arrogant. He did this other shit. Yeah, you were justified hating with this. This that they try to put on him is not justifiable because it was literally not this guy's fault. So it's just like, this is just a weird thing where it's like, oh, we can finally get this guy for this thing that didn't happen. It's kind of just like how they got Al Capone. They know they were doing a whole bunch of shit, but we couldn't get him on that. But we can get him on these taxes, so let's all jump on that. Like, did you really get him, though?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when he went out, he just went back to doing his own thing until he died.
Yeah, exactly. But you didn't get him on what you want to do. You just found this
elevators down for 10 days, and they're like, no, we're not. We have a bellboy for 10 fucking days just to avoid closing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Like, in those kind of businesses, it's just like hospitals and all that kind of shit. Like, we can't really close, bro. So, we always just need people here. We need bodies here. And it's like, if I was going to do that, it's like, yeah, put me on a night shift late at night because I'm going to be out here with my fucking weed vape pen because it's like, I'm either in an area where crazy shit happens or nothing happens. And either way, I'm going to need this vape pen.
I walked in on the tail end of that because just guess whose internet decided to crap out and I had to fucking power cycle.
Yeah, we noticed the disappearance. We just weren't sure the reasoning.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And keep in mind, I'm keeping that last bit in. I don't care if the listeners / viewers get the context of that or no, because no.
What bit was that?
Like I got kicked out mid, fucking oh my god, Baldwin rant, and then I came back in during Captain's, or I'm assuming it was like what was going on with Captain's main job.
Yeah, it was because I mentioned that I got this Good Friday off from my work, and he was saying like hotels can't really do that, and I was just like, yeah, hotels and like hospitals, you gotta have to stay open all the time, and it's like you just need bodies, And I'm just like, if I was going to do that, I would be at the night shift with my weed vape pen. Because either crazy shit is always going to happen or nothing's going to happen. And either way, I'm going to need that pen.
Yeah, no, I feel bad. My sis had to do. Wow, okay, I'll talk about that in a little bit because. What?
And you also talk about how you're going to bash on Christianity. I want to drop that out. So I was
Oh, right.
curious.
I still have to bash on Christianity. That's right. Oh, if you're a Christian like me, then we all know today is Easter Sunday, the day that the Easter Bunny showed up with his Cadbury cream eggs and resurrected Jesus into a Zambo, so Jesus would go eat a sandwich. And originally I was gonna be like, oh, he's just gonna grab a sub from Subway, and I was wondering which sub would he actually get. But then I was like, it's Subway, no. Let him go to Jersey Mike's. But what would he eat? What now? But then I was just like, no, let's just keep it simple. Let's just have him eat a sandwich. What sandwich do you think Jesus would eat?
Okay. Okay. Before I answer that sandwich stuff on there, I just want to point this out because it's Easter.
Mm-hmm.
He supposed to die on Friday and he got resurrected 3 days later. Wouldn't that be Monday, not Sunday? Let's throw that out there.
Yeah, it would. But then again, we replaced. Keep in mind, rather than just saying Jesus came back as a zombie, we associate Easter with a goddamn bunny that somehow is able to lay eggs. Get out of here with that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in JJK, Jujutsu no Kaisen, that Bunny 273 is out here kicking ass for Megumi. I'm just saying, like, this nigga never ducks a fate.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Jesus coming back, are you sure that's not like beginning T virus stuff? Because I mean, officially, he died, but he was put behind a cave, put in a cave, but sealed behind a boulder.
Mm-hmm.
So he also came back to life, managed to move the boulder, and there's no physical body, so he flew away.
I mean, if they wanted to go 3 days, if they wanted to go 3 days later, then 3 months later, 3 years later, 30 years later, and got that, I would definitely be down there. Jesus and his apostles. I mean, out here.
Or even if they had like raided the tomb and got him out, and then it was like, he got up and left with us. But it's like, okay, he broke out and left, and no one else saw. Are you sure?
Well, with this T virus, I mean, when we do communions, they say, eat this bread because it's a piece of me. I mean, that kind of leads to a zombie. Right? Like, they're basically sharing parts of their body, and this is supposed to be a substitute of eating his body. That's zombie behavior.
That just sounds like progenitor of Umbrella.
But I mean, okay, and if you want to go with the Cadbury cream egg, right? The cream inside could symbolize bone marrow.
Okay, all right.
And now we're switching that up. You know?
Okay, Robert, I wasn't like brushing off what you were saying because this actually okay. I know this is past demo crazy, so Iran apparently shot down a $500 million surveillance aircraft, and while one thing can be said about the F-15, surveillance crafts are way up there, and there's no real confirmation. So I'm just gonna leave this alone until I see more info or at least proof, because if they can do that, then yeah, I'm gonna not touch that. Jesus Christ, this fucking warmth. But yeah, okay. So, is it bone marrow, or could it be the water of life, or a placenta, or stem cells? Which one would you really want to pick? I don't think it's bone marrow.
No, I was saying for the substitute for the Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying that is embryonic stem cells on there, I guess if you're gonna go with the symbolization of the egg of being you cracking in and you're taking out the life from the egg, and then they also do talk about uh, multiplying like rabbits, people. So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably why they have the Easter bunny kind of out there.
Yeah.
But ironically, if you were going to believe that, you're having the kids gather the eggs and technically commit abortion on all the eggs to eat the inside.
True. That is true.
So that's a controversy right there. But then again, they put all their eggs in one basket. That's an Easter egg joke.
Yeah. True that. That is true, Robert. Well, like seeing as how it's what's funny you brought up the whole like oh Doug, you want to take a batshit Christianity because like oh yeah Jesus came back oh T virus and all that. But you know whose career didn't come back though? Low tier dad. Who's low tier dad? I didn't know that was his name now. Low tier god is now low tier dad. For those who don't know, there's this whole kit and caboodle like he knocked a girl up and doesn't pay child support. He's apparently 100 grand in debt. But like I told you guys way back when Trump got his YouTube account reinstated, I was like, yeah, low tier god's coming back, and he came back. I didn't know this, um, but whatever viewership he thought he was gonna get, it is not happening. He is not even cracking like 1,000 plus. Whatever he thought he had left, like whatever thought he could get back, it ain't happening. Did either of you two know that? Like his thing got he came back onto YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, I've been hearing roughly about it. I just haven't directly paid attention to him because, yeah, why was I going to watch him?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like,
But I mean, I've been getting updates on his existence of attempting to come back, and everybody's just kind of like, "Ooh,
yeah, pretty much. Not like his fan base ain't even there no more. Like his okay, so if you don't know who Low Tier God is, or Low Tier Dad, I guess is his new name now. Whatever. He intentionally uses god awful tier fighting game characters. He goes on this. He's a self hating black guy. He calls other black people that he feels are inferior as rogs because Balrog, so we're all rogs to him. And his biggest claim to fame is that he's good at fighting games, even though he got kicked off of. He's still banned from like the big tournaments like Evo. Like Evo will not happen. He's not in the Capcom Cup. No official like really big fighting game tournament. So like let's say if Bandai Namco has its Tekken tournament again or whatever, or any of its fighting game tourneys, he is not welcome there. And he got kicked off of Twitch. He went to Kick and I think Rumble, and that's where he primarily streams. YouTube and Twitch, like got rid of his ban, so whatever comeback he was waiting for, it ain't happening. No one cares. Not a single person. The only people that still get
bruh,
what?
Dark Side Phil has more viewership than him."
Oh God, Darkside Phil. What a fucking awful person that is. Isn't he like an actual like?
But that's what I mean. If he's still getting better fanship than fucking Low Tier God, Jesus.
Yeah. So, and apparently after finding out about like his debt, his I guess his daughter ain't legit. It's illegit. And his baby mama, they're calling him low tier dad. And anytime you mention either that or the fact that he's 40, he loses his mind for whatever reason and just quits. Matter of fact, it got so bad that Nether Realms permanently blocked his Mortal Kombat 1 account because he kept rage quitting. Bandai Namco.
Good!
Wait, what?
I said good!
Yeah. Bandai Namco did the same thing because he kept rage quitting on Tekken 8, so they're like having none of it. But except that was a temporary ban. I don't know if it was permanent. With NetherRealms, it was permanent.
I get pissed at people personally with that shit because I hate. I'm sitting there in a match with somebody. Yeah, okay, I lost the first round. Okay, I may not be doing great at the second round. Third round, I start making a comeback. Fourth round, I win. We get to the last round, you rage quit. Bitch, take your loss.
Oh man, yeah, I'll admit I get like that. There are very few times where I will rage quit. I have rage quit in the past. I'm not gonna lie, but like sometimes, most of those rage quits, I'll just straight up say it. It's beyond my control. Because there were times where I'm playing a match and it is lag. Fucking Drip Fighter Z. Do I need to say any more? Even when I had my
Yeah, I can kind of give you. But to be fair, on Fighter Z, sometimes the lag kicked me. It was not a choice. Like,
yeah,
I wanted to be in the battle. The game said you were not being in the battle today.
Mm-hmm. If I'm like having a particularly bad day, then yeah, I'll rage quit. I'll rage quit. But like if I'm actually kicked from the match due to my lag, that's one thing. In fact, when that happened, when I was playing Marvel Rivals, I actually got a community warning saying like, yeah, if you keep doing this, then we'll ban you. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not even in a competitive match. Get out of here with that. Second, it wasn't even my fault. It was my internet connection. What the fuck? So yeah. Anyway, but like, yeah, that's low tier dad's situation. He's back on YouTube. If you want to applaud, go for it. But like, I'm not gonna say shit. But I will say shit for is Epic Games. Oh man, do I want to strangle Twim? Yeah, I'm gonna call him Twimmy boy Sweeney. He laid off 1,000 employees. Across multiple studios, and that hurts me because one of the studios that got heavily gutted made one of my favorite racing games, Horizon Chase Turbo, and they got hit with layoffs after Epic Games acquired them, and like the official reasoning is like the Fortnite season had a downturn. You can scrutinize that. I looked into that because Fortnite brings in millions. We're talking tens to hundreds of millions of concurrent users every month on the daily.
Never played Fortnite.
Huh?
Never played Fortnite. Never got into it.
Yo, good on you. Don't play Fortnite. It's fucking. It's just another battle royale game. It's not even that fun. Oh, Doug, they have the challenges and the different seasons. Okay. Yeah, I played it when, like, Attack on Titan was around, and I got to be in my ODM gear. That's it. I don't... No.
ODM gear.
Yeah,
God, you know what? There's a little slide here. You know what? If the U.S. develop ODM gear and we deploy it to Iran, I might go back into the army. I might enlist just to play the ODM gear. Like,
if we get ODM gear, do you know how low the population is going to become just from people in the first week vaulting themselves into a brick wall?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh, TikTok's gonna be great. TikTok's gonna be great for a week, though.
Yeah, ODM gear has no... Yeah, people, if you're thinking, like, ODM gear is real, you have no concept of physics, because they should not...
If ODM gear even was real, you need Spider-Man reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not trained to that degree, you are paced.
Yes.
There is no break. There is no reverse. Like, it is one-way direction. You have to be prepared when you're going to arrive wherever the fuck it's taking you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have to have good core strength. I mean, good feet. I mean, think about it. They hop onto a fucking roof with all that momentum and gravity. You know how much strain your calf's gonna have? I don't even think Suzanne Summers' calf lasher is gonna prepare you.
Wait,
Astronaut be able to use.
Wait, Can you guys hear me? I hope to God I'm not
I
having.
can hear you. I just see. I don't really hear Kevin.
Yeah, because I heard everybody cut for a second. But I was saying, no, you basically have to be astronaut trained because you have to be able to handle the G forces you're going to be flying at.
Yep. Direction stuff on there. People with poor eyesight, you're basically fucked. If
Yeah.
you don't have depth perception, don't even put this shit on.
Yeah.
Orientation, because the moment you detach from the gear and you're floating in the air, what are you going to do? What do you?
Right? It's like how will you practice this? Because it's like, okay, you're gonna have people be trained. Bro, they get up there, they shoot that fucking anchor, it just goes through someone's head. It's Final Destination hour, bro.
Pretty
That's
much.
why it tripped me out that the Republicans were so excited to be like, "Oh, we're going to use the attack on Titan beam against the Democrats," and it's like almost every one of y'all that are promoting that would die battle
You know how much
before
fucking
the gear
arm
was
strength?
activated. Like you would have
You
even
know,
made it into the military police.
Yeah.
it's like you know how much arm strength you need, even if the blades are as sharp as hell and you're using the momentum, the ODM gear. You know how much arm strength, cast strength you need to be able to slice through a thick fucking Titan's neck going at that speed? Because I mean, if you don't have that, you'd be hitting like a brick wall. Your arms will just snap off,
Yeah.
and then with the momentum, you just swing off, and your arms are fucking take it off, bro.
That's why when I watched Attack on Titan, like my suspension of disbelief was, it was there. But like the only realistic thing that you could honestly vouch for with Attack on Titan is everybody's like 6 or 8 pack. That's pretty much it. Because
Yeah, you
In
kind
fact,
of have to be.
yeah,
well, I was just
You don't
like,
really have an option.
yeah, I mean,
I'm
they
just like,
slice
how?
in Titan necks. I can tell you that right from the jump. There's no way they're slicing through Titan necks.
I'll just be like, you know how
I mean,
bold it is.
I will give Mikasa and Levi a pass because genetic modifications.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know how
Well, I'm
much
just saying,
bold.
like they get a pass because experiments, but that's it.
I'm just like, you know, the audacity they have of like, hey, our uniforms, we're gonna wear light colors. We're gonna wear white and light brown suede when we're out here killing fucking shit with blood. What?
That's what you do. You let everybody know, like, look, I slaughtered everything, but I came to save you. You know.
I mean, it's not like they can hide. Like, it's not like they can use camo to hide from Titans. They'll always see them.
No, not to tie
But
from.
I
I'm
think he
saying
means in the sense of why would you wear something that you know you're going to stain up that bad?
Oh, okay.
exactly. Yeah,
Why
they're
would you wear an
basically
all
wearing.
white uniform? Like it's kind of like the same concept of when you. I understand it's the way that their theme is. Or you're like, okay, you're all wearing white, but you know you're going to battle. None of you are planning for that to still be white when you come back, right?
Mm,
Right? This is like wearing suede shoes into Waterworld.
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, like back to the layoffs. Like, if you look at their daily active users, because there are independent outlets that track the daily active users of most popular games that you can't see, like on, like if they're not on Steam, because like if you're on like Origin, Uplay, or any of the other ones, good old games, you don't get to see the daily active user count. So you go to these independent outlets on the daily. Fortnite brings in 1.4 million users on the daily. Like, not just on the daily, on the hourly. Hence why it's like 10 to 100 million every month. So, to say that Fortnite took a downturn, then it must have been a hard downturn, which can't be because they literally track the data. So, I'm thinking Tim Sweeney is just a twin boy. Just wants the extra money for whatever reason. Because last year alone, Epic brought in, even after all the acquisitions, like 6+ billion Easy. You could pay those. Like someone even broke it down. Like you could pay those. You could pay those 1,000 employees 100,000 and still have like 5 billion left over. Why are you letting these people go? Matter of fact, these layoffs were not. These layoffs came as a huge surprise to everybody. No one was expecting these layoffs to happen. They even laid off one of the OG character designers who made the mascot for Fortnite. And everybody's pointing to AI. Twim Boy saying it's not AI. It is AI. It has to be AI. There's no other explanation for it. Like what? Why would you let them go? Like if it's not. You want to blame Fortnite for a downturn? Okay, if the season was bad, but you're still pulling in the numbers, and you're taking $6 billion last year alone, then it ain't Fortnite, buddy. It's definitely something else, and it's definitely AI. Fucking Twim Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Twim Boy. Am I gonna get any pushback from that?
No, not really. Dude, honestly, with like a lot of these fucking layoff stuff on there, because you saw like obviously the Oracle layoffs
Oh
and all
god.
that shit, and it's just like these people, they keep willing to double down and triple down on AI. It's like, bro, everyone can see it's a bubble. You know it's a bubble. Why are we double downing on a bubble?
Yeah, that's
Because they're just trying to grab as much money as they can out of it.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
The only people that are honestly like just having a field day with this would be chip makers. Nvidia's been having just biblical amounts of money thrown at them, and they're making out
Oh,
like
yeah.
rabbits.
Right, if you did that, or if you're one of these people making these decisions, and you're like, I'm 5 years away from retiring, who cares about the bubble? I'd be like, yeah, even if it comes in 2 years, 3 years, whatever, cash out. I get that. But if you're not in a 5 year goal on this shit, like, you got to deal with this, right? Like,
Like you're still here.
Yeah,
yeah,
Microsoft's gonna learn this the hard way. They are gonna be hit. Oh, Doug's
they're going to do this.
fail.
They're going to have to go back and rehire people. Well, that's humiliating in itself. Like, they closed down these plants, so they got to reopen fucking plants for this fucking shit. And then they're going to have all this scrape on this fucking stuff on there. It's just such bad decisions, man. And I'm just like, you know what? Boomers die, Trump die. Maybe the world could heal in 10 years.
No, because they'll just start blaming millennials. They'll blame us.
Oh, yeah, they've been blaming
We're
us.
just next in the list.
Oh, we've been up on the list on there.
Like, it's a
Yeah, but right now we still get unk status. We're not getting boomer status. We're getting unk status. Like, oh, y'all have been here. We get y'all have been through stuff, but you don't understand how things are currently. But we don't get like the oh, you're old and you caused this problem. Like, we're in a weird spot as millennials. They can't blame us for what happens, but they also know we can't do shit to really help drastically because we're already pretty far into whatever the fuck's going on.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, they don't blame us. Like, Gen Z and stuff don't blame us that we did all that stuff on there. They do look down upon us because they think we have an attitude versus them because they don't learn shit or because we're like, we already did it before. So I get that.
But they don't learn shit. They can't read.
No, they can't read. They can't tell time. There have been things where they have to stare because you got to tell them shit over and over again because they only learn from iPad shit. But they're in their feelings, so you can't tell them anything, or they're gonna be like, "Oh no, like you can't talk to me like that." So like, yeah, we're basically cooked. And then you got those fucking younger Gen Z and Alpha people who are looking to the red pill bro wing. Oh my God, we're in like 10 years. 10 years, we're gonna have an even more bumped up school shooting cycle. Let's put that on the books right now.
Sad because given what the naming is going to fall on, it basically means the generation that's going to be saving us is Generation Beta. So we've cycled all the way back around now. to where
Yeah,
Beta's going
it's,
for salvation.
it's full circle. Full circle. Beta's gonna save us. Oh my god.
Ugh.
We're
Look,
counting on you, Velma. Oh my god, we're fine.
look. I know it sounds like I know we're ending on a typical a dark note, but them's the breaks, man. I mean, like, because I actually did read an article on like, oh, Gen Z is fucked because the job market, like, who was it? Anthropic was saying like, oh, all entry level jobs will be phased out by 2030 or some shit. And like
Mm-hmm.
Gen Z can't find work, and they're riddled with debt, so they have to turn to the private sector, like janitorial and shit like that. And meanwhile, you got like high school students, and what does everybody else do? They're just like, oh, blame them. We lived through the .com bubble. We put ourselves back on our bootstraps. Motherfucker, you're the owner of a tech company. You probably survived, let alone like had a safety net. Shut up. Like, nah, like you can't blame the younger generation for what's going on now. I'll give you a good example. When I got my bachelor's degree in December of 2007, right? I'm like, ah, sweet. I got my bachelor's in computer science. I can become a game developer. Yay! And then that was December 2007. 2008. What happened? Well, what was going on at the time? Well, housing market, jobs sucked. There was nothing going on. No one wanted to hire an inexperienced douche. uh, After that, economy gets better. I get my master's degree, etc., etc. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll settle into. I'll do this. I'll do this. But like, did the job situation get better? No. The job situation, and look where we're at right now. Like, the job situation is the worst it's ever been. No one wants to hire at least. You have to get at least 3 to 5 years experience. Internships don't count no more. It's this whole. It's just this nonsense, and you really can't
You have
do
to
it.
have a master's degree. You're not getting paid. You're still getting paid only like $16 an hour. And what's worse is because of AI and shit in there, half these jobs are ghost jobs that they're just collecting fucking resumes so fucking Indian people can call your phone.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've already gotten a few of those. And a couple of scammers who tried to steal banking information.
Right?
oh
And
yeah.
then you get emails, join this one, but they won't tell you how much the job is actually going to pay you, even if you were. And then I see stories where it's like, hey, can we talk about salary? Oh, you know what? You're not a good team fit for this. So it's going back to where they want blue collar. Like, honestly, if you do the trades or you do shit, like right now, I work at a company, we do cables for the military, but that's physical work. So it's going to be a while before the AI to take on that because they will actually need a physical robot with AI to physically do this.
But
But
even
if
in
you're in
that,
one,
it's limited. Because currently, right now, they can only afford to pay so many people that way. You don't know what businesses or supplies are going to be like right now.
exactly, all these businesses stuff on there, depending on how the tariffs and shit goes on there, they don't have a lot of trade that you depend on resources. It's all up in the air because of fucking our administration. So you don't know how great these businesses are really gonna go. So the really only sure safe jobs right now is you're a goddamn like plumber or like a doctor. Because people are gonna get hurt and people need to shit.
That's
Yeah.
actually that's actually the what the other what the article was talking about. Like talking about like, oh, healthcare is unaffected by this because that's a constant. You're going to need a doctor or a nurse to look after you or your elderly. So
Especially
Yep.
with the boomers retiring, like that's just gonna open up a lot of nursing fucking issues.
so there's that. The problem is like it's not just like AI tariffs etc. This is just a systemic thing. You need to address in order if you're gonna fix this. The first thing you need to do is fix the income problem, um, because with you gotta. I think you should start with income stagnation, especially with income stagnation. You could you could try to say, oh, we're gonna pay you 50,000 a year, right? That sounds great on paper. However, cost of living, you got to factor that in. So you need rent. If you have a car, then upkeep with that. What's your food bill look like? I smoke cigarettes, so I got to account for that. Um, and you factor all those in, that 50,000 a year, that doesn't seem like a good idea. That doesn't seem like it's going to help with what prices are. So if you're gonna have incomes, if you're gonna have like a salary like at base $50,000, you gotta up that to something that will actually get more people to go to you. The other thing that you have to do, like other than just fixing income stagnation, because keep in mind, when I say income stagnation, I said 50 grand. Which profession do you think I'm talking about? I'm asking you, both of you.
50 grand? That's low entry for anything on there, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
so
Fair
that's just
entry for
basically bare
anything.
minimum wage.
Keep in mind, you said anything. I want that to be anything. It could be for the food service industry to, a regular shit job at IT. Oh, Doug, you want like food service workers to make the same as an IT person? Look, entry level's entry
Yes.
level. Yes, I know it sounds shit, but like if you want people to apply, if you really want to address like the cost of living, affordability, which is something the retardicans have been coining for a while now before they're just trying to shift it to the smellocrats. Cost of living's got to be addressed, and the best way to do that is to address the income stagnation. People need to actually make more money in order to buy things that will help the economy. Oh, Doug, the economy's good right now. Depending on who you ask, because if you're looking at like the people that basically own Wall Street, then yeah, they're living big. They're getting a surge in spending. But if you're asking like Joe Scumfuck who's living the day to day, he's gonna tell you the economy's horrible. Rightfully so. I mean,
I mean, I believe like if you're gonna do this and dress this way, if you want to like just keep everything in the status quo, if you did universal income with people who are over 18 available to be like on their own as adults, and you gave everyone at least $30,000 on this universal bustle income, that's enough for most people to afford rent in any place they want to live, right? And then, but that's not enough money for you to live off comfortably and do that stuff. So you still need a job. This is just $30,000, so people don't have to care about their rent and have a place to live. So there's no that cuts back on homelessness. Not talking about the mental homeless and the drug fucking few
yeah,
homeless. There's people who are just struggling, right? That will take care of their rent. Now they can do these jobs. Now they can take these low paying jobs in the hopes of fucking going up the company ladder. But like you said, if you got $50,000, but you got 30,000 additional for rent, now you have $50,000 where you guys should do stuff. You might actually want to start a family and move the things on there.
yeah, that's the other thing.
And honestly, they can afford that with how we're spending $2 billion for each of the war. This would not be nothing. If you took away like 5% of the defense budget, you can afford this for all the United States citizens.
Yeah, that's something that they've been trying to talk about because oh man, we are no, we can't expand on this because we got 3 minutes left. Um, so I'll end it here. I'll end it here. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the Slab Lounge. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can listen to us on Amazon Music, YouTube, and Spotify. You all take care. Later on. Boop.